Hi, welcome to the informational video series regarding the jXchange authentication changes. If you're an API consumer, whether you be a financial institution, a third-party vendor, or even a Jack Henry product, then this is for you. If you're a financial institution that doesn't currently have a direct integration with jXchange, you're welcome to stick around, but there is a separate video series tailored for you that you should check out as well. I will apologize in advance for the duplicate information in some cases. jXchange Service Gateway is our enterprise SOAP API gateway that's been around for more than 20 years. There are quite a few products that live behind jXchange, although not every single Jack Henry product is a jXchange product. You can see a full list on jackhenry.dev under the jXchange SOAP API section. This applies to the Jack Henry hosted environment only, although I would highly recommend, if you are a on-prem consumer, to go ahead and adopt and work towards adopting the OAuth 2.0 standard. With the transition to OAuth 2.0, we're moving away from usernames and passwords and moving to the time-based access token following the client credential flow. If you don't know what that means, we'll talk more about it in our second video. The standard has been around since 2012, so it's certainly not a brand new standard. And we actually have some products already here at Jack Henry that use this standard. If you've integrated with the Banno Digital Toolkit, there you go. It's the same technology. The very most important part of this entire change is that there are no functional changes to the APIs themselves. They will continue to behave the same way that they always have. It's purely an authentication change. Along with this is not a transition to REST-based services. I'm sorry, this is not moving to REST. I know that OAuth is a pretty standard authentication model for REST-based services, but we're still dealing with SOAP and XML. Along with the enhanced security aspect of things, so this move from service accounts to the short-lived access tokens, to go a little deeper there, the service accounts are just domain accounts provisioned on the Jack Henry hosting domain. And then we have a allow list of IP addresses that our third-party vendors would provide us. And we'd have to continually update that list and make changes. And it really is kind of a pain to manage, if I'm being honest. Moving forward, there will be no requirement for IP whitelisting. This will all be public internet. And that's because of the enhanced security of the OAuth 2.0. And so how this works is that the products will have a private public key pair that they will sign their request to the token, our token endpoint, to get back an access token that is valid for a short window of time where they can make their API calls using that access token. As far as the consumer responsibility goes, y'all will have some responsibility. You will have some work to do. And so the very first thing is the creation of public-private key pair. Once you create that public and private key pair, if you supply your public key to Jack Henry, we can get you set up with the client ID to begin testing. You will have to code to support the new OAuth standard. I understand this is not a plug and play. You will have to adopt the OAuth standard and change your security model. Along with that, you will need to plan for a migration of all of your existing clients, which leads me to the last topic here, which is timing. This is available right now. You can begin testing in our production environment with our DMZ bank. This is a shared environment, a shared bank that everybody will be able to test with. And so as soon as you've provided Jack Henry your public key, we will issue a client. You can begin testing and developing with the sandbox environment. And then once you're ready, you will notify Jack Henry. And so you can then begin getting set up in a production bank, a real live bank or credit union. There are a couple of dates to note. On April of 2026, all new installs past that date will require the OAuth standard. We will no longer be issuing service accounts as of that date. And by April of 2028, we fully expect everybody to be migrated to the new OAuth standard. So that gives you a little bit of runway to plan your migration for your clients. To contact Jack Henry, please reach out to vendorqa@jackhenry.com. You should be receiving email communication from them regarding these changes and requesting updates. If you have any questions, concerns, or when you're ready to supply us your public key, please send us an email to this address. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 where we dive deeper into some of the more technical aspects. Thanks.